Get ready for an adventure. Here is a story called The Cupcake Ship and the Time-Traveling Treasure. Captain Pompom, a pirate unlike any other, adjusted her sparkly green and yellow boots. Her ship, the most delicious vessel in the seven seas, was made entirely of cupcakes. The sails were frosting, the masts were candy canes, and the whole thing smelled like a bakery. Captain Pompom wasn't just any pirate, she was a cheerleading pirate, and with every cheer, she could make anything sparkle. Today was a big day. Captain Pompom had gathered her crew: Azal, who loved puppies and bags; Olivia, who adored unicorns and drawing; and Chen, who was a master of puzzles. They were ready to set sail in the most amazing time machine ever, a giant, colorful box covered in flashing lights. "All aboard the Cupcake Ship!" Captain Pompom cheered, her voice as bright as her boots. "Today, we are going on a treasure hunt." Their treasure map wasn't made of boring old paper, it was made of edible paper. It tasted like strawberry, and it was delicious, but oh no, a piece was missing. A small, triangular piece, just where the X marked the spot. "Don't you worry, my little shipmates," Captain Pompom said, her eyes twinkling. "We'll find it." "This calls for a special cheer." She hopped onto a cupcake and did a cartwheel, her boots flashing. "Give me a T. Give me an I. Give me an M. What does it spell? Time! Time to find that treasure, everyone!" The giant box rumbled. Lights flashed, and with a whoosh, the Cupcake Ship was off. They landed in a prehistoric land filled with towering trees and the sounds of dinosaurs. "Wow!" Azal exclaimed, her eyes wide. Olivia quickly grabbed her drawing pad, sketching the long necks of the friendly brontosauruses. Chen, always the puzzle enthusiast, noticed a series of strange markings on a nearby rock. He mused, tapping his chin. "These look like clues. The map piece must be hidden somewhere around here," said Captain Pompom, looking at the edible map. "We need to find the path to get to it." The dinosaurs were very helpful, though they spoke a language the crew didn't understand. One of the brontosauruses nudged a path with its snout. The path led them to a maze of leafy tunnels, and inside the maze were more puzzle pieces. "This looks like a puzzle," Chen said excitedly. "Let's put it together." He began to carefully arrange the pieces, his brow furrowed in concentration. He knew he could solve this, even if it seemed boring at first. As Chen worked, Olivia noticed that the path looked different on her drawings. "Look!" she cried. "The drawings show a secret path. Let's follow that one." They followed the secret path, but the path led to a cliff. "We can't go any further," Azal said with a sad expression. Captain Pompom, not one to give up, hopped onto a cupcake, looked out at the cliff, and cheered. "We need to be brave," she exclaimed. "Let's jump!" But they needed a bridge. "I know!" Olivia exclaimed. "I can draw a bridge." She began to draw, adding rainbow colors to her drawing of a bridge, making it look strong and safe. With each stroke of her crayon, the bridge in her drawing seemed to appear in front of them. They walked on her drawing and crossed the cliff. Finally, they saw it, the missing piece of the map, nestled between two giant ferns. "Hooray!" Captain Pompom cheered, doing a backflip, which was very impressive in her sparkly boots. Chen carefully picked up the missing piece and fitted it onto the edible paper map. The map now showed a beautiful picture of a treasure, and the X marked a special spot, right in the center of their ship. "Let's go!" Back on the Cupcake Ship, they followed the map. When they reached the X, they were expecting gold and jewels. Instead, they found something even better. A collection of Olivia's drawings of all the animals they had met, each one with a special message for each of them. "These are so beautiful," Captain Pompom said, admiring the drawings of her friends. "But where is the treasure?" Azal looked around, disappointed, but Captain Pompom smiled. "The treasure, my friends, is right here." She held up the drawings, and with a loud "hip hip hooray," she gave one of her special cheers. Suddenly, all the drawings sparkled. The drawings were a treasure, and they also held the real treasure: friendship. They had so much fun playing together. Chen put the puzzle pieces together and found that they could combine them with some drawings to make a crown. Azal loved the crown, and she put it in a bag and wore her sparkly shoes. Olivia drew all the animals they met, and Captain Pompom was so proud of her. Filled with joy, they returned to the time machine, the Cupcake Ship, and sailed back to their own time. Back in the giant, colorful box, surrounded by the flashing lights, they understood that teamwork, kindness, and friendship were the greatest treasures of all. The Cupcake Ship had an adventure, but the real treasure was the memories they made together. From that day on, every time Azal, Olivia, and Chen looked at Olivia's drawings, they remembered their wonderful journey with Captain Pompom and her sparkly boots, the Cupcake Ship, and the time-traveling treasure. Let's see what a great listener you are. Can you answer the following question? What did the map piece lead them to discover? Let's see how you did. The answer is, the map piece led them to a collection of Olivia's drawings, and the realization that friendship was the real treasure. You did a great job. I hope you enjoyed this story pie tale. I'll see you next time.